Get in, nerds. We are playing Victoria 3. I just realized we unlocked joint stock companies and we didn't even switch everything over to publicly traded. So we're going to go ahead and do that. Oh, you know what? No, it's not joint stock companies, it's mutual funds. Never mind. That was silly. We're very silly. Very silly today indeed. Still fighting a war in Shewa. Feeling pretty confident about that. Rather absurdly so, in fact. And we're working on increasing our supply of engines. So let's go ahead and get these motor industries built. I'm going to go ahead and intersperse these so that we're continuing to see growth in engine output as we build up the arts academies at the same time. And there's private health insurance. Oh, interesting. Private health insurance increases petit bourgeois political strength. That's really interesting. There is the election result. We lost a general, which means we need a new general for here. This guy is an opium addict, which is not great. But he's with the armed forces. And everyone else is a local governor's fellow, so congratulations. You're a positivist. You're getting big promotions. If we push the Conservative Party out, but I don't want to do that yet, because we're at a good level of legitimacy. I think I can bring the Intelligentsia back in soon enough. So, how do we feel about wage subsidies? Everyone is against it. But they're not as against it as they could be. And it would get me a lot of loyalists. So let's give it a shot. The movement is large. Actually, chances are pretty good still. Excellent. I'm pleased about that. Shewa still has war support protection because they are not fully occupied. Their capital, I believe, is not fully occupied. Yeah, there we go. And there is shift work. Wonderful. That's just great. Once you pop, that's great. Engines are getting cheaper. So how do our luxury resources look? Let's see. Opium, all these are reasonably cheap. Opium we could definitely still use more of because we do have modern nursing spreading to us right now. I didn't realize we had so much fruit and tea. France will buy our fruit. And Britain will as well. What about tea? Someone's going to want this tea. No, really? That's incredible. I can't believe it. We are going to win here. So what's our infamy like? It's at 0. That's good, because Tigray, I'm going to want you as a protectorate. Once you've finished getting a hold of Ethiopia, of course. But once Shewa's taken over, I think it's basically a foregone conclusion. Oil on the Trucial Coast. That makes me happy. Very happy, in fact. Tasty, tasty oil. In fact, before I forget, let's go ahead and get those, I never switched over to fishing trawlers. We're building fishing trawlers. What does that do to the price of clippers? It makes them really expensive. That's okay, though. Let's go ahead. There's the peace treaty. Let's go ahead and queue in. My shipyards are all over the place. We'll build up the ones in Eastern Thrace. And do I want that at the top? Only kind of. And we'll intersperse them with the motor industries, same as we did with the arts academies. Perfect. That's going to help that situation out. So, Tigray. This may hurt a bit. Hey, so, you know how Armies, you're going back to Africa. And they're Ethiopian now. Excellent. Perfect. They want Eritrea. That's just fine. To be completely honest, I may give them Eritrea. That might be something that I am just okay with them happening. They've got, oh boy, a lot of these. Okay, hold on. Easier way to do this. Primarily Tigray and Azande people. Here. Tigray are Ethiopian, East African, and African heritage. Azande are East African and African heritage. So, you're in national supremacy, which makes sense. Amhara, Ethiopian, East African, and African heritage. Alright, so those people are going to be primarily tolerated by you. Yeah, I might just go ahead and give them Eritrea. Might be nice. I do want a strong protectorate here. Gojam's probably shaking in their boots. So, I can get a bunch of countries on my side over here, but do I want any of them? I think I'm going to leave the other... I think I'm going to leave European powers out of this situation until one of them decides to intervene. And if none of them do, then we'll just be where we want to be, and it'll be wonderful. A revolution in North Germany and Mecklenburg. Hey, wage subsidies is in consideration already. That's excellent. Majoreteen declares neutrality. Wonderful. Let's just go ahead and increase the speed here. Keep moused over this. Prussia sides with Mecklenburg Strelitz. Okay. That's not shocking. Prussia typically sides with the government whenever there's a rebellion in Germany. And there's postal savings. Well, that increases my maximum cash reserves. Which, as you know, is something I'm very, very pleased about. Yep, gold reserve limit 12.9 million. Heck yes. Do I still have a line item for this? So the Suez Cell, how long is that going to go for? 3 more years. Alright. So my finances are going to be a little tough in a bit. Oh, beautiful. We have quinine spreading to us. So that's going to speed this up wonderfully. Investment banks. Maximum number of companies. Reduced urbanization per urban center? I don't know what that means. 2 arms. Hold up. What flag is this? The United States of Brazil? Heck yes. That's wild. That's a totally different Brazil than I am used to having around here. Alright, let's see how things are going. Oh, we don't have a commander here. That's a problem. Alright, we'll do a local governor's guy. Only because you're a tiny army that almost never functions. Have you on defense for now. Oh, we're attacking already. Well, that's okay. That's okay. We can put you on advance for now. 29 organization, and it's getting up there. This war is costing us quite a bit of cash, but that's really okay. So, companies. Steel mills are still not doing as well as I would like. Let's see if we can export steel, because I know we've got countries buying steel from us. Oh, we can. We can export quite a bit of steel, in fact. And there's rubber in East Borneo. So this is our first rubber rush event. I'm going to read this but one time, and then in subsequent... Oh boy. Civil War in Great Britain. Nice. I'm going to read this one time, and then I'm not going to read it again, because this event is going to happen a lot. Rubber has been successfully grown in East Borneo. The fragile nature of these trees makes their Difficult-to-meet conditions make this achievement exceptionally important. The Amazonian rubber monopoly is finally over. Those beautiful trees have decided to grow elsewhere after multiple unsuccessful attempts. Those stubborn little things. And now it is our duty to end those greedy tycoons' empires. This place seems most effective. This gives us 25% migration traction. Or caution, we don't want to exhaust this soil. That does the same thing. This place seems most effective. Is what I typically do. Alright, let's get our war on in Ethiopia. And we're in ascent already. Excellent. We've had really good luck with the wage subsidies here. This is excellent. This is going to give us a boatload of loyalists. Typically, as is typical, the landowners are trying to preserve poor laws. We're going to get 4 million loyalists from completing this, so I'm very pleased with that. On the African front, we are advancing forward. Very good. And Oromia, I believe, is their no? Oh, it's Gondar. Alright, well. Let's go ahead and designate Gondar as the strategic objective. Italy is importing our steel at this juncture. Prussia sides with Anhalt in something. That's right. Alright. Great Britain's Civil War has popped off. Nobody is getting involved. The Proletarian Revolt holds all of Britain proper as well as Leinster. But it does not appear to hold any of the Empire. Oh no, it's got a chunk of India. That's rad. That's wild. The Oldenburgian Arc. Oh boy. I have to know. With arrested communists beginning to stream into Ottoman prisons, figures within the government have suggested that the non-citizens among them suggested deporting the non-citizens among them to Oldenburg aboard a chartered cargo ship. Just as the sailing of the Ark that Noah built was pledged for the preservation of the human race, so the sailing of the Oldenburgian Ark is a pledge for the preservation of Ottoman Empire. Oh man, we're doing big crimes against humanity. A wonderfully poetic suggestion. Move some farmers in Skopje to Oldenburg. 2% of pops in Skopje with more loyalist. Or they serve their sentences on our own soil. I'm going to do this second one. I don't want to lose population out to this Red Scare. They're fine. They're doing just fine. If I also return Eritrea, will you be more likely to say yes? Alright, but I still need to get... they've got huge radicalism in their population. Also, they can't win a battle against me because of my huge tech advantage. I may end up just giving them Eritrea. I think that would probably be fine. And ultimately, I don't want them as enemies. I want them as friends. Let's go ahead and start. Oh, we can't improve relations with Italy. Did we max out with Italy? I guess we did. Anyway, after this, we'll be after a bunch more adventurism in Indonesia, I think. But for now, this is still our priority. Finances are doing rough, but that's mostly because of the war, what we're in. Everyone has been requesting that I spend more money, so, you know, we're trying that out. We've increased the steel industry significantly. How is the company doing? The company is prosperous. Excellent. That is very good. And it's going to get more prosperous over time. How's the engine situation? Doing pretty well, all things considered. Let's go ahead and go to automatic irrigation for... Yeah, I know, but you can sell wine. Some people will buy wine once you're making more of it. And that's wage subsidies. And that has once again helped out a lot with our radicalization situation. So what do we want to do now? We got private health insurance. Other things are basically going okay. Everyone would prefer wealth voting to landed voting. On the other hand, you know what? Let's do it. On the other hand, yeah, this will keep everyone happy. We'll continue to make incremental changes to the franchise. So that'll get things going easier and easier. We're still real short on wood. We're still only producing wood in basically hardwood in basically one location, right? Yes. And it's still really, really cheap. Oh, I bet, actually, you know what this is? A bunch of my protectorates and whatnot are producing hardwood. So I actually don't need to produce any hardwood whatsoever. I can completely focus on softwood production, and that's going to do everything we need it to do. Let's just start maxing out some of these places. Got plenty of capacity for wood production in Europe, so let's do it. The Ethiopians are stubbornly hanging on here, and I have to say, I'm impressed. Relations are not great because of the war and everything, but as soon as the war gets done, relations are going to be much better. A victory for us. We've almost got the capital state fully occupied now. And after that, we'll work on reducing the autonomy of our new puppet states in the area near the subcontinent? Is this technically the subcontinent? Yeah, I think it has to be. Because I think this whole area is part of the subcontinent. I don't know. I'm not some kind of geography lord. Don't quote me on that. Haha, you'll never defeat my blunder with your panicked retreat. Boom, got him. I'm glad they implemented a system to end that whole long tailing back. Oh, no, your panicked retreat may very well defeat my blunder. Oh, what a mood. I think that might be their first battlefield victory. But now, this one's assuredly going to be a victory for us. You fought well and hard, Ethiopia, but I am stronger. And that's occupation in their capital. So, they'll agree to both. Let's do it. And now we'll improve relations again. I really thought... Let's wait for the week to turn over. Somehow... Did I not have it checked? I really thought I had it checked. Well, anyway. So, will Kalat accept a reduction in autonomy? They will. Wonderful. Our infamy is at 12.9. This will be 1.6 infamy. That is fine. They accept. Macron? What about you? They will accept. And Macron accepts. Excellent. So that has created a nice line item. Between the two of them, we're getting 2.5k per week. And that is just wonderful. So, Oman might accept being annexed, which would be nice if they did. About Tripolitania almost assuredly will not. Tunis, you're a dominion still. What would you say to reducing autonomy? Almost assuredly. Let's... I like those odds. And they accept. Wonderful. Persia will not accept being annexed, but that's okay. Plenty of time for them, because right now we have got a lot of, not a lot of infamy, but we're up in infamy when we would prefer not to be. Oh man, look at that. We're in the black again, which is bananas. Oh, nope. We were in the black for a second. Let's go ahead and build a few more government admins, because again, we're going to need government admin in order to incorporate a bunch of the territories we're going to ultimately be taking over. Is there anywhere short on taxation capacity? Yemen. Still. Let's build 4 levels of government admin in Yemen. Discord within the armed forces. An influential faction within the armed forces has grown frustrated with their co-members' neutrality on the topic of wealth voting. Themselves in favor of the law, they've now resolved to form a separate political faction, intent on passing it. How can you all stand idly by and watch the world pass before your eyes? Have you no sense of honor, of duty to your fellow man? I say nay to such lack of ambition, and I dare say I am not alone in this. With their support, the bill shall pass, or the Industrialists extend an open hand to these mavericks. I'm going to do this second one. It's going to give us it's going to give us a smaller enactment chance increase, but it's going to make the Industrialists stronger. And I like having strong Industrialists in this period in history. The local governors are still continuing to be reduced in strength, which I'm really very, very pleased about. We are steadily getting to the point where we can do what we need to do. Oil in Basra. Excellent. And the government petition by the Sunni ulema is going to be done pretty soon. They're going to be down at -3. It's not going to be much of a problem. And when that happens, we'll just go ahead and shove them out the door to bring the Intelligentsia back in. And that will be everything we need. Pretty low manpower for the 6th Ottoman Army. Almost finished with quinine, and once that is done, we'll be able to go ahead and get steel frame buildings implemented, and that is going to be just a huge shot in the arm for the economy. How is my expansion of the steel industry doing? It is still not quite surpassing what I was hoping it would be surpassing. Looks like we also need to increase the size of the tooling industry. So let's go ahead and do that. We have another case of distributed industry here. So let's put 5 levels each in Kastamonu and Konya. And those are going to require, not government admin, those are going to require 1 level of railways each. So let's put, there's quinine, the railways at the top of the tooling increase. And where is the investment pool at? Investment pool is still high and decreasing, so we're still not at the point where we're outrunning our investment pool. We've got human rights spreading to us, so that's wonderful. Ethiopia is loyal, finally, which is very good. I'm always pleased to have friends in Ethiopia. We've moved to position 9, which is not the way I was hoping this would go. It appears that a couple of countries have moved up, but we've moved up a little bit more than them. A good chunk of Navy power projection. I guess my fleet increase was not... Excuse me? Military wages are still low. I'm a big dummy here, friends. Go ahead and put those back at medium. Hopefully that'll help the the Navy get itself built back up, and that has actually increased our power projection a little bit all by itself. Let me see. So we've got 30 flotillas slated for this Navy. Great Britain is always claiming East Borneo. We're going to get this pop up every time someone is every time there's a secession situation. Oh, Bhutan is being taken over by France. Dang. Maybe I should grab the rest of Sumatra while I've got the chance. Let's see. This is a Brunei uprising. Don't really desire to get involved in that. The British proletarian revolt is actually going to win. So what is that going to mean for... Oh my goodness, Britain's going to be a council republic. Well, that is interesting. It's going to be a really interesting... early 20th century. Government petition is closed. Senior Lemma has activated their... Oh, no, it's gone. They're done. Wonderful. And now that I'm realizing it, I wonder if going to wealth voting wasn't the right call, because I think actually what I want to do next is finally put slavery to bed. We need to get some of these government admins built ASAP, because we're running into a shortage of bureaucracy here. How is our infamy doing? It's doing pretty alright. Relations with Russia are doing well, but could be better. Austria-Hungary is still excellent. Italy as well as can be expected. Sweden, very good. Prussia, very good. France, only cordial. Interesting. France used to be in a defensive pact with us, but not anymore. Where's the USA are amicable? Oh my goodness, there's rising communism in Canada as well. Can't for the life of me from this map tell who's winning that war, but it's definitely happening. How is... Excellent. Ottoman Steel has maxed out prosperity, so that's giving us a global 5% state construction efficiency, which is making this building go a lot faster. Quite pleased about that, frankly. Where are all these buy orders of wood coming from? I guess we are spending a bunch from the construction sectors on them. And fine art is growing expensive again, which again is not a big deal. The British want our opium, same TBH. Let's build up the 6th Ottoman Army a little bit. That should help. Canada, you are Presidential Republic wealth voting. Alright, sensible. Christopher Lansdowne, you sure that's not Karl Marx? Because you look like Karl Marx. I got my eye on you, Mr. So-called President Lansdowne. Anyway, that is all the time we have for this episode. We've established a nice protectorate with a nice strong Ethiopia. So I'm very pleased. We're taking a break from all of our adventurism abroad to let our infamy go down, and I think the next big war we're going to fight is to annex Persia. So we'll see how that goes. For the moment, though, I've had a good time. I hope you all have had a good time, and I will see you all on the other side.